What's going on, everybody? This is your coach, Luis Lopez, ready to give you another awesome workout today, as always. For today, we're going to do body weight only exercises, which means there are going to be no TRX suspension trainer, no equipment. All I'm going to need from you today is just a mat or somewhere where you have a carpet so that you're able to use the ground, because we're going to do some stuff on the ground. Now, why did I do this today? Because I've been hearing a lot of comments, awesome feedback in regards to our live streams, but there's been a lot of comments in regards to the products and TRX suspension trainers, just because we've been selling so many straps, which is amazing for us, that we've been a little bit backlogged lately. So I know that you guys out there all around the world are still waiting for those straps. So I decided, why not we do a workout that you can just do with your body, right? So whether you have TRX suspension trainer already, or you don't, or you just ordered it and you're waiting for it, great. But this workout's gonna be just for the body. Want to get a little bit of everything and make sure that we get you guys staying healthy and happy out there. Cool? So really all you're going to need, once again, is a mat. All you're going to need is your body. You also obviously want to bring some water, because you're going to want to drink some water during the workout. And you'll notice that I don't have any music. As we've said repeatedly many times, once again, we don't have any music. So first of all, you can hear me clearly. And number two, that you can have the music that you want to put on. So if you don't have that playlist ready to go, you want to go ahead and get that set up and ready to go. We are going to start today with a 5-minute warm-up to make sure you're nice and warm all over the body, get that blood flowing. We're going to do 2 big rounds today of 10 different exercises. Yes, 10 different exercises, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, and then we'll do just about a 3-minute cool down. So the entire workout today is going to last no more than 30 minutes, including the warm-up and cool down, but just want to make sure that you guys had that 30 minutes dedicated for today. All right, so if you're ready, you know that I'm ready. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it. The first one we're going to do is we're going to get right into the active plank. So what I'm going to have you do is get your feet up in position. Feet are about shoulder width apart. But think of it this way. I want you to activate your glutes as tight as you can. Brace your core as tight as you can. And guess what? Brace and tighten up those quads. Yes, I said quads, because you'll notice when you tighten up those quads, everything gets a little bit tighter. And all I want you to do is just to hold it here for 20 seconds. So you're trying to brace your core, your glutes, your quads, and all your body as tight as you can get it. Keeping the arms straight for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. From here, get those hips up as high as you can. Hold it all the way up. The legs should be nice and straight. Trying to get those heels to touch the ground. They don't have to, but try to get as close as you can. Hold for a couple seconds. Then we're going to come all the way back to the plank, and this time bring that right leg forward. I want you to reach the sky. I want you to hold just for a couple seconds. Then from here, elbow to knee, I want you to push that knee out a little bit. So you're pushing that elbow to the knee just to pop it out just a little bit, just for a couple seconds. Back to plank. Downward dog, how high can you go? Just hold. Beautiful, back to plank. Now we're going to do the left side, same thing. First, you're going to reach up to the sky. I want you to hold. Then from there, the elbow pressing against that knee. Press out just a little bit. You're probably going to feel in that inner thigh. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Back to plank, rinse and repeat. So we're just going to do this for a little bit. It's a very nice warm-up to start, getting your whole body involved. Back to plank, right leg. Remember, when you're reaching for the sky, you're trying to touch the ceiling. This is important. Elbow to knee, push out. Once again, feeling that inner thigh a little bit as you push that elbow to that knee. Back to plank. We're going to do one more on the other side. So first, the downward dog. How high can you go? Take a deep breath. Good. All the way forward. Left foot. Reach to the sky. Beautiful. Elbow to knee. Push out that knee a little bit. Beautiful work. And nice. Now from here, drop those knees quickly so you can get a quick rest. Second thing we're going to do, keeping it simple, bending the knees, back to plank. Bending the knees, back to plank. It's called a bear squat. When you're ready, go ahead and begin. And for those of you that want to add a push-up, you're more than welcome to, but keep in mind, this is still a warm-up, right? So you want to make sure that when you're doing this, that you want to make it too hard, too fast, as we're getting right into this warm-up as we go. How are we feeling? Are we feeling good? Are we breathing? This is important. And make sure whatever you do, make sure to maintain form as you go. Awesome work. Good. Just give me a couple more, whether you're doing the push-up or you're not doing the push-up. Last one. Bend back. Beautiful. And all the way down. I'm going to have you stand up right away. And we're going to do, once again, quick squats. What that means is your hands are going to be in front of you. And all I want you to go down to what feels good to you. So notice my hands are in front of me. I'm just squatting. 45 degree or lower, whatever feels good to you. Remember, Just warming up that body as we go. Are you breathing? Are you looking ahead? Is your chest out? Are your feet straight as they can be? This is also important. Now go ahead and start moving those arms. So as I go up, arms go down. So I'm sweeping down as I come up. Good work. How are you feeling? Notice I'm getting that body ready to go. There won't be a lot of cardio today. It's going to be mostly core base, leg base, and upper body base. But obviously I got to get that body moving so you can feel warm and ready to go. Okay? Nice work. Take a quick rest. We're going to finish with jumping jacks. I want you to go up as high as you can with the arms. 30 seconds. Ready? Set. Here we go. So 30 seconds. Now, you might hear a couple of beeps here in the next few seconds, but that doesn't mean stop. You're still going to keep going because you still owe me 20 seconds. So we're still jumping it for 20 seconds to finalize that final warm-up before we get into it. Make sure to breathe. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. So, did we get that heart rate up a little bit? That's what we're looking for. So remember, 10 different exercises, all body weight, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. I'm going to show you, of course, the exercise as we go. In between the rest, I'm going to quickly transition to the next one. All right, so make sure to have your mat ready. We're going to start doing a lot of things that are going to either get your butt on the ground, or you might have to use the knees if we're doing anything like push-ups, for example, as well. So here's the deal. First exercise we're going to do. We're going to do what's called a one-leg bridge, but I'm going to modify it a little bit because what I'm going to do here is notice that my angle on my knees, not too close to my butt, just a nice little angle, about 90 degrees. From here, I'm going to bring my left leg up. Notice I keep it at 90 as well, but all the work is in my right glute. I'm going to push up as high as I can and all the way down, or with the hands up if you want more balance. Now, for those who want to get the legs straight, you're more than welcome to, but for today's workout, I'm going to keep it at 90. But remember, you're going to focus on that right side, 40 seconds of work. When you come up, hold for about a half second and all the way down. All right, you ready? We're going to get right into our first round. 3, 2, 1. Pop that hip up as high as you can, all the way down. So even though we're not using the TRX suspension trainer or any of the equipment, that doesn't mean that we're not still using those foundational movements. So we're still thinking about how we're moving our body. Are we still activating those glutes? Apples, not applesauce. So am I activating that right glute as I come up? And of course, notice that other side of that leg is staying stable. So I'm not swinging my leg everywhere. And remember, you're just going by time. So don't think about the reps. And remember, when you come up, hold for that half second and then all the way down. If you have the arms up, make sure you're in complete control of your body. So if you keep that arms up, keep them up there. Good, breathe. Now we're going to transition to the other side. Now remember, once again, now my right knee is bent, but notice I can also have it straight up if I like, for those of you that want a little bit more of a challenge. But I'm going to keep it here at 90. Left glute now is working. Hands are on the ground wherever it's comfortable, or straight up, and we're exploding from that hip all the way down. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. So how high can you get those hips? All the way down, barely tap the floor. So what I don't want to see is you resting here for 5 seconds, otherwise you won't feel the work. You want to make sure you come down slowly, barely tap the ground, right back up, explode. 90 degree on that leg that's in the air, just to make sure that you're focused on that right side. Once again, for the experts, you're more than welcome to come all the way up. And if one of these is still too hard, you're more than welcome just to keep it to a 2-leg bridge with both feet on the ground if you want. It's all the way up to you on how you feel. But driving those hips up, remember, glutes are working, so make sure you get them nice and activated. Last couple of seconds, and relax. Good. Now from here, we're going to do a little bit of upper body. I'm going to add a little cardio for today. So notice what I'm going to do here. 2 options. You can do plank jack, push up on the knees, or plank jack, push up off the knees. I'm going to make it up to you. I'm going to start on the knees. So in 3, 2, 1. So once again, 1 hop on the knees, push up, hop on the knees, push up. Beautiful. For those of you that are off the knees, you should be able to go a little bit quicker because now you don't have that extra step if you are doing that now. Are you breathing? If you're going down on those knees, make sure that it feels good on the knees as you go down before you hop back up. Then when you hop, make it quick. Pop those knees back down. Rinse and repeat. Looking good, team, looking good. Once again, how are we feeling? That heart rate should be going up just a little bit. And breathe, nice. Now, quickly we're gonna transition. I'm gonna start with my left side. All the way down, we're gonna do a side plank. Both feet are either here, or if this is too hard, keep that one knee down, and obviously the leg up, and we're just gonna hold, and I'll modify it as we go. So, if you're ready to go ahead and draw that knee up. So, this is position one. This is what we're shooting for. Remember, for those of you that this is already hard to do, drop down to that right knee or left knee is on the ground, and that other opposite leg is straight. This is option of a regression if you need it. For those that are like, hey, this is too easy, Lewis, go ahead and drive that leg up and down, but control it, right? So it's not speed. It's taking your time up and all the way down. Notice my feet are staying straight and they're pointed toward you. So I want to make sure that you're keeping everything in line. Are you breathing? Is your shoulder and elbow staying strong? In 3, 2, 1, drop it down. We're going to do the other side. So quickly transition, right side. Remember that modification. If you can't get the body all the way up, notice the knee is on the ground. This is my support here. If you can get that foot up, both feet together, drive it up. And for those of you that know the leg, you're more than welcome to. Ready? Here we go. So everybody up, hold. So you're either holding, you're hanging out, having a good time, enjoying this body weight workout as we begin. You're more than welcome to start driving that leg up. Now notice when I drive my leg that my toe is still pointed toward you, so I'm not flipping my toe out. And this causes me to work a little bit more of that TFL and those outer thighs. If this is once again getting too hard, drop down on that right knee if you need to, but try not to fully rest. And breathe. If you're just holding, are your hips staying strong? You don't want them to dip. Keep them up as high as you can. Last few seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, nice. Now, we're going to get up quickly. We're going to do what's called a low walking lunge. What does this mean? I'm going to already start down as if I'm touching the ground. Hands are in front of me. My goal is I'm kind of just walking but not standing all the way up. Once I get up, only to the end, return, of course, going backwards as well. So as soon as you're ready, go ahead and begin. So notice that I'm staying down. My arms are in front of me. And from here, I'm just going forward and backwards. You'll probably notice going backwards is not easy. So make sure whatever you do to maintain that pace. Think about how many times a day that you walk backwards. Probably not often. So you'll notice that that low lunge reverse is not easy as you go. Are you maintaining upright position? Are you breathing? Are you keeping everything in line? Ooh, and relax. Now, that should have burned your legs. Let's go ahead and get back down on the mat. Couple of options here. It's called a bird dog plank. You can either keep it simple, one arm, other arm, or if you're ready for it, opposite arm, opposite arm. So whatever you want to do, if you just want to lift that arm, go ahead. If you want to lift opposite sides, make sure you have control. Minimize the movement in that hip. So notice for me, it's not that easy either. I got to maintain hip stability as I'm reaching forward in front of me, rinsing and repeating as I go. You don't just want to throw your arms up there. This is not for speed. This is all control. So are you able to lift your leg, then your arm in control or in sync as you switch sides? Beautiful work. Your hips are staying strong. 3, 2, 1. Yes. Now, next we're going to do, we're going to get you on your stomach. But watch this. If you want to activate a little bit of shoulder and back, feet are together, pointed to the ground. I'm going to come up first into a Cobra. So I'm already activated here. I'm going to bend my arms 90 degrees and just press up and down. So go ahead and begin when you're ready. So I'm just basically doing like a shoulder press over my head, but maintaining my Cobra, my isometric Cobra position. So my glutes are nice and tight. I'm reaching as far as I can with the arms. And notice that my face is away from the mat. And that once again, my toes, they're either pointed straight to the ground or you can point them backwards or back behind you. But whatever you do, make sure you keep it consistent and breathe. If you're doing this right, you'll start to feel this in your low and mid back and of course in your shoulders. So this is a great workout or exercise to do to work your back. Remember, the straps are the best pulling piece of equipment, so it's typically hard to get some back work in there, but this will help. Now, next, we're almost done with this round. Go ahead and flip on your back. We're gonna do scissor kicks. We're gonna come all the way down. Notice my legs are straight. I'm gonna cross them over, wide, and switch. Both of my toes are pointed straight in the air, all right? So, hands behind me. Once again, open, cross. Open, cross. Each time you cross, can you go a little wider, but maintain control? Are your toes pointed straight to the ceiling? Are you breathing each time as you move? Awesome work. If you're getting tired, only rest when you have to. But if you're not, keep opening and closing. You'll obviously start to feel those inner thighs start to work as well. So not only am I working my core, but now I'm really starting to work on those inner and outer thighs because I'm maintaining control as I move. Keep going. Almost there. Yes. Whew. All right, one more. Remember, doing a total of 10. This one's fun. You're going to get back on all fours, but on the heels and hands. Notice I'm going to be walking. This is called a crab crawl. The goal is to walk all the way forward. Then from here, as you get to the end, walk all the way back. Ready? Go ahead and begin. So you're basically got those hips floating in the air, and you're just walking forward, keeping those hips high. So what that means, don't let your butt drag on the ground. Keep it up in the air. My arms are straight. Notice my feet and my arms are naturally moving as I go. And this is what we call a crab crawl. If you do this right, you'll start to feel the burn in your arms, of course, but you should also feel it in your hips and your abs because I'm making you and I'm forcing you to keep those hips up. Awesome work. How are you feeling? Beautiful. As much space as you need, make sure to move and crawl. In 3, 2, 1. Whew. Good. That was one round. So that round, we'll call it medium to higher intensity. Round 2, we're going to step it up, which means we're going to pick up this pace a little bit more. But once again, I want to make sure that you are doing it correctly. So remember our scale from 1 to 5. 1 is, hey, Lewis, that was really easy, to 5 is, hey, Lewis, that was really hard. You want to kind of judge where you're at. So if you're about a 3 to 3.5, you're probably good at maintaining your pace. If you're at below a 3, that means you could probably step it up. So in this next round, I'm going to give you a couple of challenges for those of you who want to step your game up a little bit to ensure that you're getting that work as you go through. Cool? So first of all, if you haven't gotten any water, grab it. Number 2, if for any reason you don't have your favorite music playing right now, you better make sure to get it ready because we're going to start in 45 seconds. Okay? So the exact same thing, we're keeping it simple. 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. But this time I'm going to challenge you with some different progressions as we go. If you felt like it was hard already, keep that same movement as we go, as I will always show you. But like I said, if you're ready to step it up, let's see if you can handle it. All right, so do you remember the first exercise we did? That was the one leg bridge. Remember here we had your leg all the way down, both legs down, other leg at 90 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and prep up for the harder version, which is the leg straight up in the air. And that, once again, is going to make you drive a little bit higher with that hip. Okay, so take a deep breath. We're going to get started. Right leg is down, left leg is up. Go ahead and begin. So once again, you're driving that hip up, still maintaining control. So it's not like you're just throwing your hips up in the air. You have complete control of what's happening. Is your leg straight? If you have a slight bend in the knee like I do, it's okay. It's all good. Just make sure to try to keep it as straight as you can. If it's really difficult for you to keep it straight, keep it at that 90 like we did in round 1. That is okay as well, okay? Otherwise, is that heel in the air? Are you trying to get it to touch the ceiling? Are you driving from the heel and that foot on the ground? So your foot on the ground should be flat. You should not be on your toes or anything like that. You should have a completely flat foot as you drive the hip up, down, breathe. Good. So remember, we're going to do the other side. Hopefully you felt that second time. You're going to have 20 seconds to prep. Once again, where is that leg at? Once again, if you have a slight bend, this is okay. If you can't keep it there, keep that 90 degree and now driving from that other side. Deep breath. You're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Drive the hip up as high as you can. Can you hold it for that half second on the way up? Coming down slowly. Driving it up each time. Good. Beautiful work. Are your hips staying stable as you go? For those of you that want the challenge even more, Your hands up in the air, only if you can, but do not lose stability as you go. So you want to make sure to maintain that hip strength all the way up and all the way down. Beautiful. How much higher can you get that heel in the air? Get closer to the ceiling. Are you still breathing? Awesome work. We are almost done. Taking a deep breath. 3, 2, 1. And nice work. Turn around quickly. Remember, we're going to do those plank jack push-ups. So if you did it on the knees before, continue. This time the challenge is going to be 2 plank jacks. So once again, 2 plank jacks per 1 push-up. 2 plank jacks to 1 push-up. Take a deep breath. We're getting ready. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So 2 jacks to 1 press, either off the knees or if you're on the knees, of course, on the knees for that push-up. Either way you're doing it, you're rocking and rolling. Let's go. Beautiful work. When you jack on those legs, are your hips staying as stable as they can? They shouldn't be bouncing all over the place. So that means you got to keep your glutes activated during this workout. Awesome work. If you're starting to get tired, I would rather have you drop onto your knees versus just stopping completely. But we're doing good. We still got 5 seconds. See if you can finish. 3, 2, 1. Yes. All right. We're going to go back to those side planks. For some of you that probably notice that it kind of hurts on the elbow, even if you have a mat, go ahead and double your mat, and that'll help that. So remember again, obviously the regression position, hold, or both feet together. You can hold. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All the way up. So remember where your feet are. Are they straight? Your hips, are they aligned? The challenge, can you drive those hips up a little bit higher, just a ½ inch or so? For those of you that already know, you can start drawing that leg up and down. The height is up to you, but make sure the toes are pointed straight in front of you, or perpendicular to your body, so that you're not just throwing your leg out to the side, okay? Is your arm up reaching for the ceiling? And are you maintaining control? So we're not sliding everywhere. The hips are not dropping. You're still driving as much as you can. The last few seconds, and then we will switch it up. 3, 2, 1. Yes, good. We're going to go ahead and do that on the side. So remember, once again, our elbow drops. Make sure to double check that your elbow and your shoulder in line. You remember the first progression with the knee down or with both legs up. Arm reaching for the ceiling. Here we go. So deep breath in 3, 2, 1. Up and hold. Awesome work. For those of you that want the challenge, you know what to do. Drive that hip up or that leg up a little higher. Maintain hip stability. So what I don't want to see is as you drive this up, you let your hips drop to the ground. That's not the point. Everything is stable as we move. Awesome work. As we go, can you get those hips to drive up a little higher? Yes. We got 15 seconds remaining. We're doing beautiful work. Obviously, we're not doing much conditioning in this class, but you're probably sweating, which is still a good thing, right? So we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Good. So the low walking lunge. Remember, we're going to stand up, and the goal is to lunge forward while maintaining and not trying to walk up too high. Remember, the hardest part is walking backwards. So make sure you're stable before you start to walk backwards as you go, okay? 3, 2, 1, let's go. So your hands are either on your hips. You can have your hands in front of you, but I want to make sure you do what looks good for you. Walking forward, trying not to stand up. This is going to make those legs burn as you go. Depending on the space you have in your house or wherever you are, you can take more steps. You can take less steps. But the key is to step forward and back at least 2 to 3 steps, and then all the way back as you go. If your legs are starting to really burn, you're more than welcome to stand up, but only if you have to. Last 3 seconds. Good. Oh, my legs are on fire right now. Nice work. Let's get all the way back down. Remember the bird dog plank. What we talked about. Number 1, you can just bring those arms up, but try not to sway those hips. Or once again, opposite arm, opposite leg. It's up to you. Ready? Here we go. So I'm going to take my time as I do this. I want to make sure I'm doing it right. So make sure that if you go slow, those hips are as still as they can be. So why am I saying that? Because a lot of people, when they do this, they'll rotate a lot from the hips, and they wonder why they don't feel it. Because it's all about lifting that arm and that opposite leg, but without or minimizing hip movement. This is what makes it challenging. Awesome work. If it's too hard, just lift that arm in front of you and then switch, but do not compromise form on that hip. Awesome work. Looking good. Yes. Breathe. All right, remember that prone cobra with the shoulder press. Key here is making sure when you come up, your glutes are apples, not applesauce, and that you're starting that shoulder press, reaching all the way up and all the way back, all right? Take a deep breath. 3, 2, 1, activate glutes, press above your head, all the way down. My elbows are in line with my shoulders. What that means, my elbows aren't toward the ground. They're in line with my shoulders. Nice, parallel to the ground. And breathe. Keep those glutes active. Keep your core braced. Where are your toes? They're either pointed behind you or pointed straight to the ground, but keep one or the other. As we are continuing to reach, you'll start to feel the burn in those shoulders and that back, of course, low back, and your T-spine. Awesome work. Do not give up. 3, 2, 1. Yes. All right. Turn it around. We're doing those scissor kicks. Remember, we're crossing those legs as we go down. So we are crossing. Hands are either all the way down, your head down, or lift the head up slightly, whatever's more comfortable. Just don't push your chin into your neck. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's work. Remember, just crossing one on top of the other and switching. The speed is going to be up to you, but make sure you control it. So I'm not just throwing my legs all over the place. I'm opening, switching, above, then below. Awesome work, way to rock and roll. Notice the core stays strong, my hips are staying stable, and my legs are always straight. So minimal bend in that knee. Are you breathing? Is your chin staying high? You're not crashing that chin into that chest. Awesome work, we are almost there. 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1. Oh, we are almost done. We got to finish with those crab crawls. So on that crab crawl, I want you to see if you can go a little bit quicker and if you can drive this hips up a little bit higher. So remember, driving up those hips as you move, do not let them slide on the ground. This is your last one of the day. You ready to finish? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Remember, hips are up in the air. Walk in between those hands and those feet, forward and back. Keep the chest out. Do not let those hips touch the ground. So AKA, don't let that butt touch the ground. Notice that I'm on my heels. So I'm tapping with those heels to make sure I maintain stability, slightly rocking side to side to keep my balance. Yes. You're more than welcome to step it up. If you want to go a little bit faster, let it burn out a little bit more. This is up to you. If you have to rest, drop your hips, but we're almost done. Last few seconds. 3, 2, 1, and awesome work today. Woo. So total body workout, didn't need any equipment. Hopefully you got a good workout just like me. Now let's go right into our cool down. And what I'm gonna have you start with first, I'm gonna have you start with one leg in front. We'll get one leg in front, and what I want you to do here, notice the 90 degrees, but I'm gonna go ahead and drive my hips, sink them in a little bit, so I get that nice feel in the inner thigh. So once again, I start from the top, and I just let those hips sink forward. I just want you to hold. From here, I want you to raise those hands up as far as you can in the sky. Take a deep breath, breathe in. Breathe out. One more, breathe in. And breathe out. Good, now draw that opposite arm onto the ground. Lift that leg behind you up. We're gonna do our isometric runner stretch. So now, just like we did in the beginning, but we're just holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that knee down. We're going to switch sides. So once again, 90 degrees in front, back. Remember, sink those hips in. Your hands can be on top of your knee if you like. But make sure you feel in that inner thigh. Breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. Comes the arms all the way up as high as you can. Hold. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Draw that opposite arm to the ground. Lift that back leg up. Reach to the sky, hold. Nice work. 10, 9, back leg is straight. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All the way down. Go ahead and drop all the way to the ground until you're nice and straight. Notice my toes are pointed down to the ground. We're going to do a Cobra, but just a modified version. What that means is keep the shoulders relaxed. Notice that my hands are right next to my chest, and I'm just going to pop up nice and slow as high as I can go. If you can straighten your arms out, great. If you can't, don't worry. Relax your traps and shoulders. Breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come all the way down. Nice. We do that one more time. So reset your hands with your right next to that chest. Elbows are tucked toward the rib cage. Breathe in. Out. Press up slowly. Relax the traps and shoulders. Look up as high as you can. Nice. Breathe in. Breathe out. All the way down. Quick child's pose all the way back. Take a deep breath in and out. Open your knees up a little bit more if you can, so you can sink a little bit deeper. Good. Your fingers are running away from your body, so go ahead and start crawling those fingers as far away from your hands as you, or from your body as you can. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. And from here, slowly make your way all the way up. Back to all fours. We're going to slowly come all the way up. Good. Take a final deep breath in. And out. And once again, great work today. So remember, all I needed from you today was 30 minutes, all body weight work, no TRX suspension trainer needed. So for those of you that are still waiting on those straps, they're coming to you very soon. And once again, we hope you had an awesome day. Make sure to stay healthy out there, stay happy, and continue to be active. So it's super important, especially if we're in home, shelter in place, whatever you're doing. And everybody there, have a great rest of your day. We will see you back for the next workout. Take care. We are TRX.